It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, sponsored by Scooters Coffee and Rescue Towing. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, friends. It is Wednesday, July 17th, and we are waking up to temperatures right around 70 degrees. And there's a cold front hanging out pretty much overhead near the Highway 60 corridor. It's going to continue to make some progress to the south today. Therefore, the best chance for rain and storms this morning and this afternoon do exist south of Highway 60 in southern Missouri and northern Arkansas. It's not to say you won't see anything north of that, but the front is through for our northern counties, and behind it sits some drier air. We are going to start working that drier air into the Ozarks from north to south today. I think the front is officially through the Springfield area in just a couple of hours by about 7 a.m. Then we should have really nice conditions for the rest of the afternoon with temperatures that are likely only going to warm up into the middle 80s. A significant cool down is on deck for us today, and we are in fact talking cooler than average temperatures for the next stretch of days. I mentioned that we have those opportunities for showers and thunderstorms in our southern counties today, most of which will occur south of Springfield, and really a lot of that in northern Arkansas by this afternoon. Our northern counties, it's going to be dry. It'll be a nice day to enjoy with temperatures topping out in the lower 80s for far northern counties, places where the cold front made it first. We're going to see a significant pattern change here with a north breeze allowing for lower dew point temperatures and cooler temperatures starting today and lasting all the way through the weekend. We also have a dry stretch of weather ahead, so there's still a flood watch out for areas east of Highway 65. That expires at 7 a.m. this morning due to some heavy rain that's expected in the forecast. But we are going to have a stretch of nice dry days in the forecast, and that will allow for the soil to really soak up some of the moisture that occurred in the last 24 hours. Highest totals in our far eastern counties, all the way around the Highway 63 and east corridor there. They're talking maybe 2, perhaps even 2.5 inches of rain with what we are looking for to accumulate later today and into the evening hours tonight. Much lower amounts up to the north. In fact, north of Highway 60, only about an inch of rain for the cold front that moved through early this morning. For the Warsaw area, about an inch up in Nevada as well. Joplin seeing similar numbers, 1/2 inch to an inch closer to the Springfield region, and then hires much total from a line of Harrison back down through portions of Eminence and parts of Shannon and Dent counties. We will see a drier pattern, as I mentioned, that really takes over today. As soon as you're well behind the cold front, your sky is going to dry up, and we will be dealing with much cooler temperatures. Not much in the way of heat index value today either, which is a nice change of pace after 2 days of a heat advisory in the Ozarks. Today, no heat advisory for us. Then we get to hold on to the below average temperatures all the way through Sunday. I also think we're going to hold on to this dry pattern in the forecast through Sunday as well. High temperature today, I think in Springfield, we're at about 84 degrees. Numbers may be cooler south of here for the Branson area, back down into northern Arkansas. That's where temperatures may be limited to the upper 70s and low 80s because of that rain-cooled air. We could be in the upper 70s, low 80s for highs area-wide on Thursday and Friday. They will be fantastic days in the forecast with plenty of sunshine to enjoy too. The weekend's looking fabulous. I would go ahead and make your outdoor plans. These numbers are a treat for late July. What month is it? July? These numbers, you don't see them often in the month of July. So upper 70s, low 80s look great. We're going to hold on to that as we head through the end of the work week forecast all the way into the weekend. Lots of things making headlines around the country, though. There's a slight risk of severe storms today from the mid-Atlantic to New England. We also have excessive rainfall that's expected today for the lower Mississippi Valley. That's where portions of central Arkansas back into the central Appalachians. Also, did you see this story from the derecho that moved through the Chicago area just 2 nights ago? Well, there's some footage coming out now online. Just Google it and it'll all come up for you. But passengers at O'Hare Airport were stuck on the tarmac. Their plane was delayed. It wasn't going to fly in the severe storm, but they were actually stuck on the tarmac as this derecho moved through Chicago. Thankfully, no injuries reported from that, but scary scenes being posted all over social media. The news networks have been picking that story up because, of course, we tell people to find a safe place to shelter. They were stuck grounded on the plane, on the tarmac, tornado warnings were in place outside of O'Hare. And in fact, a tornado was confirmed near the O'Hare airport. So, kind of a crazy story. We're thankful that all of those folks are okay with the severe weather events from a couple nights ago. And thankfully, everyone made it out okay. But some big travel fears there, and a lot of probably traumatized folks that were on those planes that had to sit on the ground in Chicago. All right, here's a look at the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister Trivia question for the day. I like this question quite a bit. What determines the sex of sea turtles when they hatch? The options that I gave you were A, the season when they were conceived, B, the temperatures of the sand they are buried in, C, the water pressure when they are conceived, or D, the amount of male and female turtles already in the group. If you guessed B, you would be correct. It's the temperature of the sand that the eggs are buried in. Isn't that incredible? It is called temperature dependent sex determination, TSD. Sea turtles are born male or female based on the temperature of the sand where their eggs incubate. I find this incredible. It is different than most other species, including us humans, where sex is determined by genetics. But research shows that if a turtle's eggs incubate below about 81.86 degrees Fahrenheit, the turtle hatchlings will be male. And if they incubate above 31 degrees Celsius, or that's 88.8 degrees Fahrenheit, the warmer temperature, the hatchlings will be female. So when you see those darling videos of all the turtles racing to the ocean, they are almost always a batch of the same sex of hatchlings. And it's because the temperature of the sand where those eggs incubated. I find that absolutely fascinating. It's called temperature dependent sex determination. So congrats if you knew that. And B was your guess, or if it was just a good guess, you are now entered to win a $20 gift card to Scooter's Coffee. All right, here's the question that I'll leave you with for tomorrow. Which famous performer was described as slightly bald and not able to act or sing, but could dance a little? Who do you think that was? Do you think it was A, Fred Astaire, B, John Travolta, C, Matthew McConaughey, or D, Marlon Brando? You can head on over to the website to take your guess and enter for the next chance to win $20 to Scooters. That's at aroundtheozarks.com. Thanks so much to Rescue Towing and Scooters Coffee for sponsoring Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather. And thank you for listening. Make sure you tell your friends and give us a review wherever you listen to your podcasts. Have a great day. Enjoy the cooler temperatures. And I will chat with you again tomorrow morning.